We only get one life. And every day, a small part of that life disappears. Some people use their time to grow, to learn, to build something meaningful. Others let their days slip away, 1 hour at a time, with nothing to show for it. The difference is not luck. It is not talent. It is how we choose to live each day. If we want to increase our value in this world, we must stop living on autopilot and start living with purpose. The rules you follow will shape the person you become. And the first rule is simple, but life-changing. Rule 1. Protect your time. Time is the most expensive thing we own, because once it leaves, it never returns. We can earn money again, we can rebuild things again, but we can never take back a single wasted hour. That is why we must guard our time like something that cannot be replaced. Say no to distractions. Say no to empty habits. Say no to people who pull you away from your goals. Every time we protect our time, we protect our future. Because time is not just passing. Time is our life disappearing in silence. Rule 2. Choose your circle wisely. The people around us shape the person we become. Their habits slowly become our habits. Their beliefs slowly become our limits. If we walk with people who doubt, complain, and stay small, we will slowly become like them, even if we don't notice it. But when we surround ourselves with people who grow, people who learn, people who dream bigger, our mind starts to rise with them. We don't need a large circle. We need a right circle. People who push us forward, not pull us back. People who inspire us to level up, not stay the same. Sometimes the biggest step in life is not what we start, but who we stop walking with. Choose people who want to see you win, because the right people don't just change your days, they change your destiny. Rule 3. Invest in yourself. Everything in life can be taken from us, except who we become. That is why the best investment we will ever make is not in things, but in ourselves. Books, skills, habits, health, mindset, education. These are the things that stay, even when the world changes. The more we grow, the more the world opens for us. Success is not something we chase. It is something we attract by the person we become. Spend time learning something new. Spend energy improving your mind. Spend effort building your character. Because the version of you in 5 years will only be built by the choices you make today. The world doesn't pay for who we are. It pays for what we can do and who we can become. So never feel guilty for investing in yourself, because you are your greatest asset. Rule 4. Turn pain into power. Life will hurt us, not once, many times. There will be failures, heartbreaks, rejection, loss, and disappointment. But pain is not the end. Pain is a message, a lesson, a force that can break us or build us. We can choose to stay down, or we can choose to rise stronger. Every scar is a story of survival. Every struggle is a chance to grow. Every tear can turn into wisdom if we refuse to let it turn into weakness. Some people allow pain to close their heart, but some use pain as fuel to work harder, learn faster, and live deeper. When life gets heavy, remember this. The strongest trees are not found in safe places. They grow in storms, and they stand anyway. Rule 5. Be consistent, not perfect. Success doesn't belong to the fastest, the smartest, or the lucky ones. It belongs to the consistent ones. The ones who show up even when it's not easy. The ones who keep going even when no one is watching. The ones who choose progress over perfection. We don't need to be perfect every day. We just need to be better than yesterday. Small steps still move us forward. Slow progress is still progress. And even a tiny effort, repeated daily, becomes impossible to stop. Great things are not built in one day. They are built by showing up on the days we feel tired, the days we feel slow, the days we feel unseen. Discipline is not doing what we love. Discipline is doing what is needed, even when we don't feel like it. Because in the end, success is not about speed. It is about continued motion. Rule 6, control what you can, release what you can't. Life will not always go the way we plan. Sometimes people change. Sometimes doors close. Sometimes things fall apart without any warning. But peace begins when we understand this truth. We cannot control everything, but we can control our response. We can control our actions. We can control our mindset. We can control our attitude. We can control what we learn from the situation. Stress comes from trying to manage things that are not in our hands. Freedom comes from focusing on what is. When we stop fighting the past, we start building the future. Let go of what you cannot change. Work on what you can. That is where real power lives. Rule 7. Take responsibility for your life. Nothing changes until we do. As long as we blame people, situations, or the past, we give away our power to grow. Life becomes different the moment we say, I'm responsible for my future. Not luck, not others, me. Responsibility is not punishment. It is freedom. Because if it's your fault, then it's also in your control to fix it. The most successful people in the world all have one thing in common. They don't wait for someone to save them. They take ownership and save themselves. When we stop making excuses, our life starts moving. No one is coming to do the work for us. No one is coming to live our dreams for us. It is our life, our mission, our climb. Rule 8. Train your mind like a muscle. The mind becomes stronger the same way the body does, by pushing it beyond comfort. If we only do what is easy, our mind stays weak, lazy, and slow. But when we read, learn, think, and challenge ourselves, our mind begins to grow, to sharpen, to rise. Every time we choose focus over distraction, we are training the mind. Every time we solve a hard problem, we are building mental strength. Every time we learn something new, we are upgrading our future. Weak minds look for escape. Strong minds look for growth. And a strong mind is the foundation of a strong life. Rule 9. Build skills that make you valuable. The world does not pay us for time. It pays us for value. And value comes from skills, not basic skills, but rare and useful ones. If we want a better life, we should not wait for it. We should skill for it. Learn something people need. Master something most people can't. Because the more problems we can solve, the more doors open for us, the more freedom we have, and the more our value rises everywhere we go. Skills bring confidence. Skills bring income. Skills bring respect. And most of all, skills cannot be taken away from us. Rule 10. Keep evolving, never stay the same. Life is always moving. The world keeps changing. And if we stop growing, we start falling behind. The person we were last year should not be the person we are today. Growth is not a moment. It is a lifestyle. We can outgrow old habits, old fears, old versions of ourselves. We are not trees. We are meant to move, to rise, to transform. The most dangerous place to live is not outside our comfort zone. It is inside a life where nothing changes. The world belongs to those who keep learning, keep improving, keep reinventing who they are. Final closing message. In the end, our life is not shaped by one big moment. It is shaped by the small choices we make every day. What we read, what we think, what we ignore, what we chase, who we listen to, who we become. Every day we are either building our future or breaking it with our own hands. No one can live for us. No one can grow for us. No one can change our life except us. The world will not slow down. Time will not wait. But we still have today, and today is enough to begin. Protect your time. Choose your circle. Invest in yourself. Turn pain into power. Be consistent. Control what you can. Take responsibility. Train your mind. Build skills. Keep evolving. If we live by these rules, we don't just exist. We rise. We don't just survive. We create meaning. We don't just dream. We become the kind of person who can achieve the dream. The journey is not easy, but the future belongs to the ones who are willing to grow. So start now. Start small. Start with what you have. But start, because the most valuable thing you will ever build is yourself.